Buddy, give me a second here. There we go. There we go. There we go. Get the stream built up here for a bit, then we'll get started, man. Hope everybody's having a good Labor Day if you're here in America. And the title of today is Vicky Yohi. A lot of people ask, Rich, when are you going to talk about Vicky Yohi and all this? Now's as good time as any, I guess, everybody. Vicky Yohi. Vicky Yohi. Not really much to be said about her, except the only thing she was trying to do with David when it came to him was further her image as a gospel singer. That was it. Hey, flower girls, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Me, Quaco Pingos. We're going to talk Vicky Yohi today. Cat Mom, the mother of all pussies, just entered the house. What up, what up, what up? Your Point, how you doing? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Mia Quaco, Irie Dread, Curly Girl, Daniela, all you other pingos in the house. Parbs, Uncle Jake. All right, yeah, and so that's our content for the day. Vicky Yohi. Vicky Yohi. Vicky Yohi was just, I don't even want to say that Vicky is a victim in all this. She was kind of a perpetrator in some of the abuse. And Vicky, the story we got about you is that you were anything but friendly, okay? The story we got about you actually, Vicky, is you are worse than Michelle. Vicky, the story we got about you is that you're not a great person at all. You are just as mean as Michelle. So Vicky Yohi is what she used to be, was a gospel singer, okay? Vicky Yohi was a gospel singer in all this. Where she got up with David, I'm not sure. That's still kind of shady. But they got involved because they were trying to further each other's, they were each trying to make themselves bigger off the other person, right? And it ultimately failed. Yeah, pretty much. Vicky is a woman scorned. That's exactly it. Vicky is hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, right? Exactly. She's like the Christian version of, she's like the Christian Karen. Exactly. Yes. Dude, Zerubbabel. Dude, that's the perfect way to put it, dude. Like the Christian version of a Karen. Yes. You could call her the Christian Karen. Vicky Yohi, the Christian Karen of JMMI. And she was, you guys. The stories we got about Vicky when she was over there with JMMI and David, that she was a complete fucking bitch, man. No, Vicky. Exactly. Vicky left her family for David. And then David buys her a fucking Jaguar, right? Here's the other thing. I'm reading some of the comments on the channel. One of the comments says, hey, my sister Jenny sent me a picture that David bought her their Mercedes. And then, nope, look, next day the fucking feds raid it. I personally believe that what David does with these cars is he buys these cars for these women to get in bed with them. And then once he smashes them, like he gets it, he makes them start paying on the car, which these women can't afford, right? So Vicky ends up with a fucking Jag payment that she couldn't afford, and I know that. She held on to it, but she didn't get back those stilettos, did you, Vicky? Kept the stilettos, didn't you? So Vicky coming out now to play kind of this victim and all this? No. Vicky's a woman scorned. That's it. Vicky found out that she wasn't the only one being bedded up by David's little micro profit pecker. Yep. She found out. She's like, no, Vicky, you were in on it. You were there doing dope with them. I'm not fucking dumb. Vicky, I know you were doing dope. Vicky, you want to know how I know? Because Vicky, I've been that fucked up before, okay? I've been that fucked up to where I saw Jesus a few times, okay? On some really good shit. And I'm not going to sit here and bullshit people on that. Seeing Vicky up on stage, let me tell you something. I've been in that condition before on drugs. I think it was ecstasy, dude. I really do. Based off the body language that I've seen, dude, that was my drug of choice back in the day, man, was ecstasy. And seeing her up on stage all fucking gack-eyed out and shit, I'm like, I've been that way before. I've been that way before. I have. And you guys know I'm open about my addictions. I'm not saying I'm the fucking biggest addict out there, but I have been addicted, man, and it ain't cool. But seeing Vicky up on stage saying, I see Jesus! I see Jesus! It was fucked up, Vicky. Yeah, for sure. When you go back, maybe if you were a Budweiser Silver Spalding. Yes, it can. Absolutely. Ecstasy can enhance creativity, can enhance your mind. Absolutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. No shit. And I've been on some ecstasy that will also make you hallucinate. Okay? There is some shit out on the market that's ecstasy that you can get LSD based ecstasy and it will make you fucking trip. Yes. I've done it. I've seen it. It's real. Yes. What was the cause of their fallout, I dread? David was smashing other women. Vicky found out that David was sleeping with other women. That was it. That was it. I'm going to go and expose him now because I found out that I wasn't the only one. While David's out there smashing multiple women, it is. You kids don't do it. It's too fucking good. And now they're mixing it with all different, like they're cutting up multiple like strains of ecstasy and then putting it into one, man. Don't do it. Oh yeah. She was lying about seeing Jesus. Yes, it can, Jessica. I'm with you. Yeah, when it's mixed with other cutting agents, yes. I've had fucking ecstasy that was like LSD based. Yep. Yep. I've seen hallucinogenic LSD, man. It's good shit. Or the X. Yep. Hey, me too. Me too, BR. You guys hit that like and subscribe, man. That's what we're talking about. Vicky Yohi, I don't think she's a credible witness in all this either. I really don't. Hit that like, man. There's 60 people in here. We're talking about Vicky Yohi. Everybody's probably wondering, fuck, man. I've had red, yellow, greens, fucking purples, dude. Fuck, I've had all kinds. Fuck, the one night I did, fucking was it? Rasta flip. You Rasta roll. You take a red, yellow, and a green. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Jessica. That was also. That's Lou. You catch my drift here? Yeah. I've had red rolls that were very trippy, dude. Yep. Jessica, that was my choice, right? And that's why I'm saying here, seeing Vicky up on stage, guess what? That chick, she was fucking rolling that night, dude. I've been that fucked up on ecstasy before, guys. That's why I'm so open about it. Because sitting back as an addict, as a recovering addict still to this day, and seeing her up on stage is like, she's fucked up. She's fucked up, man. Let me tell you something, Curly. One of the best times I ever had, man. Fuck mushrooms, fuck weed. The ecstasy was probably one of the best I ever had. I will not sit here and bullshit you guys. It's my favorite. Molly. It's pure. Good stuff. Yeah, it is. Rolling is very obvious. Rolling is very obvious. Like the one thing that got me with Vicky is one eye all fucked up because when you're rolling balls like that, you honestly got to close one eye so you can fucking see straight. So yes, Vicky, I do believe, was on some kind of fucking form of ecstasy that night. Noah Winslow, what up? We're talking about Vicky Yohi. Yeah, exactly. Tracking with me, Irie? Yes. Can you play the footage just got here? Cali connected. What footage? Yeah, ecstasy. Yeah, it's combined with sex a lot. Yeah. No, David blinks like that because he lies. Because he lies. Exactly. Molly's fun, but it's so dangerous for you. It's so bad. It is. And you put it right up the pipe, man. It's even better. It's even better. Yep. No, David, I've been talking to Cliff about that. Is David does that because he lies. He lies. Yeah, if you're doing modern Molly, don't do it if you don't know what's in it. Yep, don't fuck with it. That's why I stopped, Jessica, because it started getting cut with all kinds of shit. Exactly. Vicky found out that David was sleeping with Michelle, Kathleen, probably multiple other women, and she was like, you know what? Fuck this piece of shit. I'm gonna go ahead and rat on him now. Yeah, I would. Irie Dread, welcome. Yeah, that's why I just nope, nope. Exactly. Bottom. Vicky wanted to be the main bitch in charge. That's the thing. Michelle wasn't going to give her that. Fuck no. But you had to fuck your way to the top in this organization. You all get it. In order for you to be top fuck in this organization, you better. Michelle came with the scams, everybody. Okay, that's why Michelle stayed at the top. That's why Michelle stayed at the top is because Michelle's a bitch and she fucked her way to the top and she knew all the scams and she was the enforcer. Why do y'all think Michelle's in prison? Vicky, you think it was? It really was. Like these women, like in order to be in David's good graces, they had to screw their way to the top, man. I expect whoever's left there to do a fundraiser to raise money for a new wig for David. Michelle came with the scams. Yes, and that's what I found out from sources, Irie, is that Michelle came with the scams. Yep. And here's the thing, Michelle, you can't say you didn't know that people need fucking food, okay? Both you and David know you have to eat to survive, okay? And for you guys to go there and fucking starve these people, then call them fucking degenerates. Vicky, this is about you today, but you knew what was going on, Vicky. You knew about this the whole fucking time. You are not innocent in this. So any of these news stations out there that are looking to interview Vicky, ask her about the fucking Jaguar that David bought for her. She won't tell you that though, will she? Ask her about the red shoes and the fucking stilettos, all the fucking nice places he took her. Ask her about the trip to, what was it, Jerusalem, into Israel. Ask about that trip. Ask about the Jaguar. Ask about everything. The nice trips, the vacations. She won't fucking tell you guys any of that shit though. Yep. Vicky is a straight con artist. She conned people in this community to say she was going to do a Netflix documentary. She took money from and then never fucking delivered. What she does after David is she goes on to selling some kind of fucking fat burning medication and total fucking sham. Then she goes to driving for Uber. It's called Uber with Vicky Yohi. So she finally gets rid of the Jag for whatever reason. She starts a YouTube channel called Uber with Vicky Yohi. Didn't put up much content, but she's got like this fucking steering wheel cover that's all bedazzled and shit. It's a total fucking cringe fest. As soon as he made a business that harem became Jessica, yes. Yes, exactly. Once he started making that harem up, yep, it became a trafficking operation. Yes. And David's these are just my volunteers. No, David, you are trafficking them around the country for your benefit. Yeah, it's like she sold fat burners after she got weight loss surgery, tried to run some other kind of scam. And you want to know who she scammed? Cult Watch. Cult Watch was one of the members that she scammed. Cult Watch gave a little bit of money up to Vicky to start the documentary on Netflix, and Vicky just fucking blew it. Vicky is no different than David. She is a full-blown scammer. Yeah, and Cult Watch will tell you that when the time is right. Though we're going to do an interview with Cult Watch. Yeah, Cult Watch wants to come out and tell their story, how they got involved. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to be surprised when you find out about Cult Watch. So, Vicky's no better. Vicky Yohi is no better. Her career actually got ruined when she got tied up with David E. Taylor. Ruined her career. It does. You don't cross business with kink, right? Vicky doesn't want to come on here and talk to me, no. Hey, SC, appreciate you being here, man. What should happen to Vicky now? She should shut her fucking trap and stay off the fucking social media network, because if these news outlets are looking to interview her, don't do it. She's an unreliable fucking source. Vicky is nothing more than a woman scorn. She knew what was going on. No, I don't think Vicky will go down. No, I don't think Vicky will go down. No. I don't think Vicky will go down, man. No. It would have surprised me if Vicky's out there slinging some fucking meth. What did Ricky do? Ricky got kicked out because he was doing drugs. Ricky got kicked out because he was doing drugs. I found that out from one of my other sources from the cult. Yeah. Yeah, Vicky's already down. Vicky's already down, man. Yeah, the piano player, the shitty piano player. Yeah, he's all, I left because I wanted to. No, Ricky, you fucking got kicked the fuck out, dude. Had nothing to do with that. Ricky got a hickey from Vicky. What about Mickey? Mickey was watching Vicky give Ricky a hickey. You know what? Now that Vicky's kind of out of the way here, any updates on this creep? We're going to talk about him now. We were talking about Vicky and how she's just a fucking victim scorned, or a woman scorned. That's it. She going to get wrapped up in the investigation too? I think, nah, I don't think so, man. I don't think she's going to get wrapped up. Hit that like too. Let me know you're here. Like and subscribe. My name's Rich Holmes. We're talking about Vicky Yohi, but we are going to switch gears to David now. There have been no updates. Michelle, as far as I know, is still in Clearwater. And David is still in Durham, North Carolina. They both will be extradited, I'm guessing, sometime this week. Vicky Yohi is this gospel singer that got tied up with David, right? And now all the news agents are hitting up like, hey, come do an interview, but she's a woman scorn, that's it. She found out she wasn't the only one being railed by David, so she fucking ran over on him. Had Vicky, it was all for the money for her. Yeah, Vicky would love a class action lawsuit. Anetta, let me tell you something. We're going to switch gears now, okay? With these types of charges with David E. Taylor, he ain't getting out, man. Neither's Michelle. There's no fucking way they're going to let these two out. No. Not with these charges, you guys. No. This was torture. This was fucking torture what David and Michelle did. For real. This was fucking human fucking torture. To make people work, and if they don't make enough money, you're going to fucking starve them and then work them longer. That's like some fucking communist regime type shit, man. Vicky profited off this. Vicky Yohi profited off this forced labor operation. So for Vicky to say she didn't know, you're fucking lying, bitch, Vicky. They started a GoFundMe to bail them out, did they? Did they really, Kermit? They really did. They ain't getting bail. Can you post a link in that so I can send it over to the feds? If they're putting a fucking link out to bail this guy out, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. There's no way they will make bail on this. There's no bond. There's no bond. There's no bail. They are on a federal hold. The marshal put a federal no bond on them. They don't think they can fucking raise a bond. I doubt it, Kermit. I don't think there's one yet. We would have known about it. We're monitoring that. We're monitoring them very closely right now. They're still dealing with the initial shock of their so-called apostle being arrested, man. This is big. Their whole thought process has been stripped out away from underneath them, man. David was their thought process. Now that's been taken away. Food's going to go scarce. There's nobody working. There's nobody fucking bringing in money. You don't have anybody there on W-2, 1099. It does. It does. They're still collecting donations. And like Dan Alexander's saying, more charges are coming. I guarantee you guys. Hey, Logro, how you doing? Yeah, good to see you. When they get to David's phone, let me tell you something. When they get to that motherfucker's phone, they're going to find it all. They're going to find everything in his phone because that was the apex of the operation, David. His phone right here. Every message, every phone call, everything out went through David's phone. Yep, they were forced to take emergency contraceptives. Yeah, that's going to kick it up to sex trafficking real fucking fast. Nah, he ain't getting pardoned on this one, man. Nope. They are not getting pardoned. No way. Dallas, they have all the phones from the cult. Hey, Joshua Wilcox, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? They have his phone. That was probably the first thing they fucking took from him, is your phone. Yeah, Vicky. Yeah, Vicky Trollhe, Law Girl. Yeah, she's fucking nasty. Hey, Satellite Man, appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Hit that like, subscribe. Appreciate y'all being here, talking Vicky Trollhe. Right now, what we're talking about is his phone, though. His phone. Everything went to David's phone. The first thing, let me tell you something. Anytime there's a fucking bust now with the cops, you know what they go for? Your phone. Your phone. Your phone. The first thing they're going to ask you for. You see your phone? Pretty good shit, right, Josh? Pretty good shit, Josh, right? After all the work that's been done, exposing this piece of shit, and then to see it go down like that. Exactly, Law Girl. Your phone is everything. The first thing the cops go for, they hardly ask for your license anymore. Let me see your phone. I need your phone, please. Like, what the fuck you need my phone for? Because we're going to track where you've been, who you've been talking to, and all that other shit. So yeah, they have David's phone. I guarantee that was the first thing David tried to get rid of. And your phone is everything. Phone is footprint. Exactly. They can see where David's went, where he's fucking been going, everything. All they got to do is pull the metadata. No, nobody's seeing Josh. From what I understand, he's up in Taylor with his mom. Yeah, you guys hit that like and subscribe too, man. I know there's a lot of channels watching to find out what we know. But yeah, there's still more charges coming, you guys. Oh, we're getting a mugshot. Did you see it, Logrel? This shit's fucking funny. Looks like, no, somebody said he looks like fucking Hayachi from Tekken. Why did they need Plan B for? Because what David would do was sleep with these women, fucking come in them, and then go, hey, go take Plan B. I don't want anybody to know that we're having sex. I'm a prophet, I'm an apostle, we can't be doing that. Exactly, our phones are literally our minds, you guys. The fro, right, Law Girl? He did. He looked like fucking Hayachi from Tekken. What will his son say now? His son's in denial. His son is in full denial, like a lot of these members are. They're in full denial, everybody. Everybody thought, oh, he'll never go to jail. Look where he's at now. Michelle's already got money on her books. David, it wouldn't surprise me if he got money on his books too. People have been asking about the accounts being seized and frozen. That will come. Exactly. David didn't want to be responsible for having another child, so he fucking sleeps with these women and then forces Plan B on them. Hey, Law Girl, would you expect anything otherwise than Michelle looking like absolute dog shit? Look at what she's done. Michelle, you're not a mother. I know you're never going to see this video, but Michelle's not a mother. Michelle's not a mother. Yep, Josh was no doubt involved in the crimes. Yes, I agree 100%. And I think, again, once they find David's phone and they unlock that motherfucker, you guys, it's going to... Is forcing someone take Plan B murder? It's not, but in this case, it ups the charges to sex trafficking because of it. Because of it. Like I said, once they get into David's phone, that is going to break open the entire complexity of the scam, you guys. Everything started and stopped with David. Thing about phone memory is that the data doesn't get erased. The ones and zeros are still there. The deleted areas in the storage can be overwritten. It's still there. Exactly. That's exactly right, Noah. You can think you could fucking trash the data on your phone and get rid of it and it's gone forever, but nope. Nope. It's all there still. It's all there. That's why fucking the cell phone was probably one of the greatest inventions the government ever fucking did, was a cell phone, and put one in everybody's hands. No, cracking a phone, I don't think it's going to be an overnight thing. They're going to have to dig really, really deep into David's phone, and it's going to find everything, you guys. David's phone will find everything. It's probably going to talk about Vicky, me, the community, anybody else who's ever wronged David. They're probably going to see financial transactions, probably going to find a bunch of dirty fucking pictures in there, probably going to find a bunch of fucking sexting in there. Wouldn't be surprised if they're going to find some fucking... Exactly. Imagine the photos they're going to find in David's phone. Exactly. They're going to compare the data from multiple phones in the cult. Yeah, there's only a limited number of experts who can do it. Yep. Yeah, but once they get in those phones, man, and they start cross-referencing all the data, oh, fuck, man. Dan Alexander, could you only imagine? Man, could you only imagine? Hey, guess what? They're going to find out. They're going to find out once they find Joseph. I don't know if they got that little sack of shit yet. For David to try and put a hit out on me would be the dumbest fucking thing for him, man. No. 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 It would be the dumbest thing. David putting a hit out, he'd be fucking stupid. Who went to report it in Canada? Yeah, tell her to hit me up. Yeah, I'll put her in touch with the FBI. It's a Federal Bureau of Investigation. This is... David crossed lines. Like, this could push into other... Absolutely. Yep. Yeah, and it is, Lionel. His phone's going to get him into trouble, man. We keep saying that. Hit that like and subscribe, too. Appreciate y'all being here. We're talking about Vicky Yohi, David Taylor. Kind of keeping just an open chat about it. Now, Vicky Yohi, if anybody's curious about it... What's up, Jeremiah? Vicky's just a woman scorned, y'all. Yeah. Yeah. No, and I am careful. Yeah. And I know, because I know the cult members live in San Antonio. I know some of them do, and I know know who I am. I know who they are. But David put a hit on me. Man, that'd be the dumbest fucking thing for him. Vicky is not running the mercy seat. Vicky's not running to the mercy seat now. What's going to happen to Josh? I don't know. Tough to say. Depends on what kind of shit he was into with his dad. Well, no, Dallas, Vicky was into the scam until she found out she wasn't the only one being railed by David. No, Vicky's just a woman scorned, Dallas. Nope. She found out David was sleeping around with other women. She's like, okay, I'm going to go talk about this now. Exactly. She did. She only fucking left because she found out, like, David dumped her. And it was more about her finding out David was sleeping around with other women. Hey, Skyron, me too, man. Welcome. Yep. Crickster's watching this, I believe. Yeah. Hey, he didn't kick. Hey, Lionel, David didn't kick Josh out. I think David knew this was fucking coming. Knew about the forced labor. Or do you think he really kept it a secret from his mistresses? I think they all knew. I think they all knew what was going on. Michelle, David, everybody. How do you not know? Seriously, not fucking feeding people because they're not making enough money? Are you fucking kidding me? Dude, that's fucking torture. That is fucking torture. Hey, you're not making enough money for me. So you know what? You can't fucking eat and you got to work later. Oh yeah, and we're withholding your rations. All you get to eat is peanut butter and jelly. Annetta, I'm just some guy. I am not a cop. I am not a private investigator. I'm just fucking average guy. I pay my bills. I go to work, and I'm no different than anybody here. They 100% knew. Josh, you can't. Michelle is educated. They have to know that, yeah, taking their food stamps. They're taking their food stamps. They were taking their fucking EBT cards. They were taking their fucking COVID reimbursement checks. But there are many here that are, yeah. Yep. Yeah, of course, what everybody's told, right? I'm telling you, the feds need to get to Josh. They need to get to his phone. They need to... Yeah, the fucking hotel was a goddamn brothel in Houston. What the fuck, dude? It was. Hey, Josh, you want to know what my sources told me? Is that Michelle came up with all the scams, too. I know. Yeah, I feel sorry for all the feds who got to go through and look at all those fucking degenerate nudes in David's phone. They're going to need help after that. Yep. No, she's right. They're right, dude. They're right. Imagine all the fucking dirty shit they're going to find in David's phone. Yeah, Michelle's smart, actually. Michelle's the one with all the scams. That's why it made it so far. Michelle is very cunning. She is. Yep. Did the FBI grab the storage rentals of David and Michelle because of... No, it's a lot more than this. Man, these charges are going to get trumped up to human trafficking and sex crimes and shit, dude. And Jamie Janiak, I saw your comment about your sister Jenny. That she sent you a picture of the Mercedes saying that David bought that fucking Mercedes for her, and then the feds raided it the next day. That's the best. That was the best comment. I was like, good, the feds own that car now. Just fucking hating it, man. Vicky left the cult, I think, about 2018. Oh, I have him on my channel. Yeah, all Vicky had to do was just shut up. Oh, you think so, Doc? You think they have David's phone cracked already? Because I don't know how many, like, phone specialists we have now. I know, like, fuck, America's got them everywhere. Yeah, Vicky left way before Mahesh. Yeah, we're trying to get Jenny out, man. We're trying to get Jenny out, dude, but that's going to be a process. Dan, you know what's real good about this is, hey, thanks, I appreciate you, Shiv Nixon, is that David and Michelle have been taken out of the equation. Okay, Doc, they've cracked it already? I do, Noah. Yes, absolutely. Have the software to crack the phone, then they send it to forensics to comb through it. Okay. Okay, Doc. Man, this was a multi-state raid, man. This was a multi-state raid. It was multiple agencies because one, there were firearms. Two, there was sex abuse. We know there's sex abuse victims in this place, man. We know that. We know that as a fact. That's what David does. He's sexually abusing these people. You know what? You know what, Lionel? I'm done with like the repenting shit. I really am. This is a criminal fucking organization. Repent? No. This is a fucking criminal organization, bro. This is not church. I would like to now leave religion off the table with David's fucking criminal organization because that is exactly how it's going to be fucking tried in court. Is a criminal organization. It's not going to be tried as anything else. Criminal acts was committed here. Not fucking church, not religion. This was criminal. We've been saying it. This was set up like a fucking mob organization, man. This has nothing to do with religion anymore. Nothing. Nothing. This is not religion anymore with David. Yeah, controlled opposition doesn't get raided by the FBI. Rich wants to make Christianity legal, so he started with David, who's the greatest threat to Lucifer's kingdom. Controlled opposition. Top G emissary. Well, I didn't see anybody out here fucking calling shots on David that what he was doing was wrong. I don't even know. I can count fucking 5 on one hand right now, Elite. 5 on one hand, including his own daughter. Including his own daughter. 2, including his own son right there. There's 2, Vicky, Michelle, fuck. Ashley, fucking, who else? Cheyenne, fuck. Kia. Every cult member in there is a victim. Yep, they're all victims. They've all been victimized by David. Yep, Debbie Frazier and her daughter. Yep, absolutely. Debbie Frazier and her daughter. Who else? Susan. Eli. Rebecca Stalker. No, his son. Hey, appreciate you, Logro. Thank you for the seed. Thank you for the seed. Seeds. Da, 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 da. Got a seed. No, his son. What I found out, Zero Bubble, is that his son is in complete fucking denial. No, his son is in complete denial. Hey, Jamie, I was kind of I had eyes on that one, the 7M cult. Yeah. And that's what David came out and reached recently, the M7, the 7 Mountain Mandate, right? Same thing that where they're teaching. Oh, thanks, Nogro. Appreciate it. Hey, that I'm sure they'll find like fucking evidence of sextortion for sure. I told you, David's phone, dude. David's phone is the fucking Mount Everest of the cult, man. I would love to have David's phone to see what's in it. I would, just to see what kind of fucking piece of shit he is. Chicago 51 Militia, ask your mom. She sets it up for me. No. I think Craig's real scared right now, yeah. Women probably slept with her for food at the end. Ah, man. Yep, yep. And David, you guys, we know that David used food as a weapon. Exactly, Cali Connected. That's what we keep saying. David Taylor's phone is the ultimate in this, man. Everything went through his phone. No, he had multiple phones. Yeah, there's some trolls in here. Let them. It's cool. They help the channel. Oh, dude, fuck. What if like when the feds crack it, right? What if when the feds crack it, they go through it and it's just David getting rejected by a bunch of women? They're like, damn, this dude just kept getting rejected left and right. Oh, man. No, he was actually using food. Top G, he was using food as a weapon, dude. He wouldn't feed his people. He wouldn't feed his people if they didn't make enough money. Hit that like, man. Appreciate you being here. We're talking about David Taylor. It won't. Nope. Shut the muck up. It's a federal case. I'll be going though. I'll make sure to be taking time off work, and I will fly my ass up there to make sure I'm in court at least 2 days for sure. And it'll most likely be during like the sentencing phase, kind of towards the end, where they're putting fucking shacks on him for the last time. Yeah. I think they took the security cameras down when they moved in the hotel, yes. But yeah, shut the muck up. Anytime it's federal, nope, no cameras, man. No cameras. That is a strict rule with federal cases, man. No cameras. It's like, it's zero tolerance pretty much, dude. Yeah. Yeah, it's zero tolerance. They don't allow any kind of cameras in the courts. It's usually just, nope. Jenny J's, I think one of Jenny's family members is in here right now. Their life, Jeremiah, the life of David and Michelle is pretty much going to be to and from court. Maybe to the hospital, maybe to, I don't know, an interrogation room. Yes, this is going to a grand jury. Yes, this will go to a grand jury. Yep, it's a grand jury. Procter and Gamble stock will be fed them, yeah. David might want to have a 2-page first trial. But yeah, no, this is going before a grand jury. As far as plea deals, I don't see any. Yes, very different. A grand jury, fuck man, a grand jury, like this is federal, right? You have your civil, municipal kind of trials, but dude, you're talking federal. This takes it up. You're talking federal district attorneys. You're talking federal prosecutors, federal lawyers. Everything is now more expensive. The charges are more steep. The time served, they're going to have to serve fucking damn near all of it because there is no good time with Fed time. Ashley, where when Michelle was deposed. That's Ant-Man. If you're new to the channel, go listen to Clifton Ware. Go listen to Cliff. We've already interviewed him. We interviewed Cliff Ware. Go listen, man. No, you're right, Orlando. David's not going to be able to do what he did in that deposition. Ask Michelle. Okay, we'll just fucking add 20 years to your shit. Is that how you want to go? That's fine. We'll do that. And they will. The feds will just add on time. Every time, everything from here on out. The feds fucking start stacking up charges. They don't give a fuck. They don't. They're like, we got all your property. We have your cars. We have all your guns, whatever ones were there. They got Nellie's house. And the feds, the more shit that they uncover with David, the feds, they're just going to add another fucking charge. That's it. That video I made of David we're seeing, it shows. Yeah. Michelle will try to save herself. I don't know, man. You see where we're at, Nunya Benny? Nunya Benny, it's over for this guy. Dude, he was using food to starve people while the fat fuck was sitting up there eating fucking crab legs and lobster. Dude, this was torture. This was literal fucking torture, and there's proof of it now. David, remember when I told you, and he's not going to see this video, but about a year or two ago, I watched this other cult leader up in New York get sentenced. But he was abused. He was actually doing physical abuse, and there was videos of it, and they put his ass in jail for 60 years, and he was a cult leader. I already think they have enough evidence against Michelle that they're not going to let her out. There's no way. Do you know what? Some people tell me Michelle will cooperate. She'll only cooperate and like if it benefits her. That's it. But as far as Michelle cooperating, only if it's going to benefit her. Other than that, no. Michelle will go down with David. She's an accessory to it all. She would take the stand and try to defend David and just make herself look like a complete fuckhead. David would too. I could see both of them getting up on the stand and trying to fucking point the finger at each other too. Okay. Take a plea. All right. Maybe play cry wolf like Vicki. This was all her idea. Most of the ideas were her, Aaron. But David approved everything, right? David approved everything. David's like, let's build a stage. Michelle's like, sure, okay, go ahead and approve it, Pottsville. She's like, yeah, go ahead and do it, Michelle. Just go ahead and make the call. Yeah, I think the motherly instinct in Michelle would kick in. And she's like, I want to see my fucking kids again. But Michelle, you know what I know about you? You don't know, you guys, let me tell you something. Michelle doesn't deserve to be out. No. 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 Michelle can't play that card. No. No. And I'm not going to say exactly why Michelle doesn't belong out on the street. What's up, Jamie Nicole? Yes, Michelle's son Josh is still in the cult. Yes, Jamie. Yes, Michelle's son is still in the cult, Josh. Yep. He's there. He's there. Yeah. Hit that like too. Let me know you're here. There's 86 people in here. But yeah, no, Josh is there. He's still there. I don't know exactly where though. Don't know exactly where. Yeah. Hey, good night, mate. Cregan, how you doing, man? Michelle Brennan's son, Josh, yes. We're talking about Michelle's Brennan's son. Hey, how you doing, Bernice? Yes, he really beat his daughter, Carter. I talked to Destiny. Yeah, I did. He really beat his daughter. Bad, too, dude. Bad. Yeah, if they could prove conspiracy with Michelle, I don't know how Destiny's doing. I had one phone call with her. SC, you guys, you want to know what she told me at the end of the phone call with Destiny, you guys? Bum me out, man. Fucking totally bummed me out. She straight up said, you want to know what she said, SC? She said, you guys are never going to be able to stop him. Never. I was like, thanks for the encouragement, Destiny. But it's the thing. I told her, I'm no bullshit. I was like, you know what, Destiny? I was like, that's sad because it's that type of thinking that got us here in the first fucking place, is you're never going to be able to stop him. I was like, that's cool, Destiny. I was like, it was a pleasure talking with you. Have a nice day. That was it. Nope. It was anything but. It was anything but. It was anything but that. No, she was like, you're never going to stop him. You're never going to stop him. No bullshit. It was almost disappointing to hear his own fucking daughter say that after she just got done telling me my dad is abusive. He is very abusive. And she stands there, oh, you're never going to be able to stop him. I'm like, okay, stand back and let the big kids fucking play then. Destiny. I'm thinking, yeah, like David instilled that in her, like, I'm unstoppable. You'll never be able to do anything to me because I'm a prophet and I'm an apostle. Bullshit, David. Now look where he's at, Destiny. Look where your fucking dad is now. Tabitha, look where David is now. Josh, look where your fucking dad is now. You all doubted this. You all doubted this, but you never figured out that we had the one trump card in our hand that you didn't, which was the fucking government, man. We knew you guys were committing fraud. We just had to report it. That's why you guys are in trouble. That's why David is in the situation he's in now, because he fucking thought he was above everybody. It is. It is. It's just a stupid thing to say. You're just as ignorant as your dad. Handed down the indictment of 10 counts, each against, yeah. Each count carries a 20-year sentence, too. The Dookie Deacon, yeah. Yeah. I mean, Vicky Yohi, when you were with David, did you have to switch his pads out for him, too? Did he have that habit when you were sleeping with him, Vicky? Because I'm still trying to figure out when timestamp that shit when he started wearing maxi pads. That's an important data point for me. Everybody thinks it's weird, but it is. That's, to me, hey, the Carter 318, that's what we've been saying here. Dude, the feds will be like, all right, cool, let's sit here and watch them. That's what the feds will do, man. They'll kick their fucking feet up and everything, man. They'll kick the fuck back. Be like, all right, let's watch. David did everything online, everybody. David did everything online. David did everything online, man. That's what's so good about this is David pretty much laid out his entire fucking case for him for the feds online. He did said everything. No, David's just in it. David's going to be in a series of holding cells for now. Yep. Yeah, we're tracking this case now. Yep, we're going to move into a tracking phase now of tracking this case. All the updates now again. I know. Let's see him fucking teleport through walls right now. Colt Watch, huh? Right, Colt Watch? Right? Let's watch David fucking teleport through some walls now. Dude. Shut the muck up. Everybody that's listening and watching this channel right now, okay? David and Michelle are not getting out. The bond is a federal marshal no bond. They are not getting out, man. Yeah, exactly. The feds don't have a 99% conviction rate for fucking nothing. No, P. Diddy's still going to do time. They still got that piece of shit in prison. He ain't getting out. He ain't getting out. No, there's a federal no bond. There is no bond from it's a federal marshal no bond warrant, man. When they say federal no bond from the marshal, you fucked up. You're having a bad day. You catch me? It'd be a fucking miracle if the judge gives them bond. It really would. If the judge gives these guys bond, it'd be a fucking miracle. Probably will need solitary confinement. Boys in Fed prisons have connections. We'll see what he did. Exactly. Exactly. If David will be extorted and exploited in prison if they find out he's got a lot of money. That's what's going to happen. David will be extorted. Exactly. Diddy thought he was untouchable. Look where he is now. Look at David. If he gets bond, county is hard up for money. David is trading the keys his prison cell. Well, welcome to our conversation. Alameen Sumblin, hit that like and subscribe, man. No, exactly. When the fucking federal marshal shows up at your door, dude. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Rachel Ritter. They have a high risk for fleeing and they have the means to do it. I know, exactly. Jesus would have to go to the feds and be like, hey, can you let my friend out of prison? And the feds would be like, you're fucking tripping. Gotta get the fuck out of here. Absolutely. Absolutely, Ant-Man. You 100% fucking ain't right. They're going to put threats against the other people not to talk. David has already told the people to resist. Okay? When food starts becoming a problem in this place, then we're going to have a problem. Once people start going hungry, not making money, the PTSD is going to hit hard. It hasn't yet. It's still early on in the infancy of the bust. We're not even a week, you guys. We're not even a week since it's been busted. Okay? So keep that in mind. We're only, 5 days out? It's Monday. We haven't even hit a week yet. David has been completely cut out from these people's lives. What's their condition? The call centers are still open. That's something we got to work on as well as making reports on is getting those places cut down. Yeah, Orlando Royale. They'll sit in jail until trial, and there will be no bail. Exactly. Cold folks running on a RH. Thank you. Same level, dude. They're running on pure dopamine right now. They're running on pure dopamine and adrenaline. Once they crash, that's when it's going to all hit them. RH is dead on, man. Dead on. They're still running live streams. They did a live on Monday or on Sunday. And they're still promoting David like he's Mr. fucking Big Balls Johnson, man. His sermons and this dude sound like Hey, Alamin, why do you think we watched him? But beyond that, Alamin, dude, this was a human trafficking operation. This was a human trafficking and forced labor operation. Yeah, David, no lobsters and shrimp, dude, in fucking prison. I am. Once I find out, once they get their fucking ID numbers and shit, I swear to God, I'm gonna send them each a bag of fucking ramen, man. No, I'm gonna get them each a bag of fucking ramen and be like, hey, big dog, first prison meal on me, buddy. No, I'm gonna just get him a fucking bag of chicken ramen, man. Chicken ramen. And then fucking right, hey, first meal's on me. Yeah, okay, see, and Ant-Man, you bring up a good point. David doesn't have any money. David doesn't have any money. The feds are gonna take all his money. No, no, I'm hoping his ninjutsu techniques that he hasn't had time to focus on until now. From your friend in Christ, Rich Holmes. Oh, dude, fucking fry him. Yeah, David's not going to have any high profile lawyers. Yeah, Chuck, and that's what we're talking about. We're kind of switching gears here. But yeah, Vicky, just as guilty as David E. Taylor. That's it. I think it was all of us, Adam. I think it was all of us. I know he should say, hey, everybody, welcome to the David E. Taylor Comedy Hour. Hey, everybody, would you like to come and watch my comedy show and just watch me go on a fucking complete rant and rave? I know David's going to be in prison with some camera, like, put the ramen on the camera. He's going to be yelling at all the fucking prison inmates. They don't. Kevin, they don't have any attorneys. They don't have any attorneys, man. Marcus Adams, what up, what up? Hit that like and subscribe, man. Let me know you're here. Appreciate y'all supporting the channel. Yeah, David's going to start a prison ministry. David ain't going to start no prison ministry, man. They're going to look at that clown like some fucking idiot and be like, oh, this fucking dumb fuck. Yeah, health is going to take a shit. No reputable lawyer is going to touch this. I wish I was a fly on the wall at the FBI, maybe over there in Quantico and got big ears listening when they break. Hey, Ant-Man, dude, what I've been saying, man, I would love to be on the fucking the fly on that wall when they crack his phone open and they get into it, man. I really, really would, man. That would be the ultimate. Being able to see inside David's phone. You know, everything went through David. That's what I keep kind of reiterating here is all roads lead to David. That phone, all roads led to David. Everything went to that phone and everything left from that phone. Yeah, yeah, apparently fucking Jesus didn't get the fucking heads up about the raid. I think she's saying that just as a delay tactic, Kevin. I don't think they have any lawyers, bro. $1,032 DoorDash orders, Carter. That's probably right. Yeah, and some people are asking like, Rich, you think you'll be on the witness stand? I was like, don't know. Don't know. Some people are saying, Rich, I don't know how you wouldn't be because you helped tie all the pieces together. But then again, me on the witness stand would be telling everybody, we fucking told you guys so. We told you, and it's the U.S. government that's doing this shit. I would ultimately look at the judge and be like, Your Honor, this is a failure of the system. I know, crouching David hidden tampons. I think so too, Aaron. I think if they crack David's phone and they start seeing my name in there a bunch, they're like, yeah, we have to subpoena him now. I think that could be the straw that breaks the camel's back when they go in there and they seeing shit about me in there with fucking my name all over it and the death threats and the emails and shit like that. That's going to be a problem. No, and I'm getting rumblings that there is some of that, Nunya Beanie. Yep. Nope, I'm getting rumblings of that, man. I am, and it wouldn't surprise me, and it doesn't surprise me. Yep, David's going to be a real booty bandit. He is. David's going to be a for real booty bandit. He's going to be a fucking turnout in jail. Mr. Holmes, what is your nature of the relationship with the defendant? I don't even fucking know the guy. Plot twist, Rich is the wallpaper on the phone. Oh, man. I don't know, kid. I just gross, man. I'm getting kind of tired of it. Dallas, if they contact me, yeah, whatever. Exactly. The sharks in jail, they're going to squeeze them for any fucking money they can get, or they're just going to beat the shit out of them. Yes, exactly, Parbs. That's exactly right. They will extort and exploit these two if they know they have money. Just like David and Michelle have been doing, exploiting people. They're going to get exploited. They're going to get extorted. They're going to get abused. Fed jail ain't easy. Colt Watch, you want to know something? I think that was one of the final factors in all of this for the feds to raid. I think that was one of the issues. I really do. Cheyenne dying of cancer, yes. I think that was one of the deciding factors in all of this. People were sick. People were sick coming out of the hotel in Houston. People like literally couldn't walk. They were so fucking sick. People not getting medical care. What if there's people in there with diabetes, say heart issues? Shut the muck up. Well, when the place was raided down in Houston, like people had to be helped out because they couldn't fucking walk. They were so sick, dude. They were ill. They were physically fucking ill, dude. Yeah, there's people in there with diabetes, maybe not getting the help. Exactly. Dude, if you're not getting your insulin, dude, your fucking kidneys shut down. You go in a diabetic coma and you fucking die. In that order. You'd go in a coma and your system would just shut down. Cheyenne was cancer. All right, be good, Aaron Olson. Drive safe, brother. I know you're on the road, man. You be careful, dude. You be safe out there, man. Was the lady who died a cause? Yeah, most likely. Yeah. All these people, shut the muck up. This was a slave labor operation, man. It really was. Look at what David was doing. They were torturing people, man. They were fucking torturing people with food. Sunday service was in the JMMI building, but in the studio over. Yep. They were still in the same building. None of the assets have been taken yet because technically the indictment's been open, but no charges have technically been, like, the indictment's open, the files are charged, but it's going to take a bit to reclaim all the assets. You guys got to figure this was a multi-state raid. They have so much assets to go through. They got multiple buildings, multiple locations, multiple states, man. Did you guys see the amount of evidence? I used to back in the day, Noah. I used to. The amount of evidence that was pulled out of this place, you guys, is they're going to have another year to go through it. At least. At least. And in that time, Michelle and David, they're going to be to and from a courtroom, standing in front of a federal judge and their lawyers. Yep, exactly. They got to face the federal judge in Detroit first. Yep, Steve's diabetic. I know David's diabetic. Yep. Yep. David doesn't allow people to get the health care they need. Then you start getting sick people dying. And there have been multiple deaths tied back to this cult that we know of. One just happened recently. Dude was in there fucking for a long time. Hey, Marlon Jones, what up? We're talking about the deaths tied to the cult right now. And how Vicki was just a woman scorned. Nope. Detroit, Michigan. That's where the charges are filed out of, is Detroit, Michigan. Here's the thing. These other states, right? These other states, they're going to let the feds charge them because it's steeper charges. That's why. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these got to go back to Michigan. Yeah, oh, God, give me another team. Don't know what topic you're on now, but remember when she said she saw God on Alive People? Yeah, I have that video on my channel, Knockout Media. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it, Knockout Media. It's on my channel. I've seen people who've talked against Apostle, and they're not around anymore. He's like, no. fucking lying, bitch, Vicky. You were just in there fucking... Vicky, you were just in there to get a fucking paycheck. That's it. That's it. That's what I'm thinking too, Kevin. They're going to RICO everything together. It's going to be a RICO case. It is. It's a criminal organization. Well, the thing is they have to figure out what locations were used to facilitate the crimes. Then I think they'll start taking back everything, but it's going to be everywhere. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be every location because every location was used to facilitate some sort of criminal activity. Vicky's fucking trash. Vicky's trash. She's just... Vicky's like... Vicky's trailer trash, technically. You want to get dirty? Vicky's trailer trash. I'm trying to think of like... Vicky would be like the Karen. Vicky would be like the trailer trash Karen. It's under 501c3. Yes, Nunya Beanie. It's 501c3, not 301. 501. Yep. Yeah, but it's under 501c3. Hey, what's up, Caitlin? We're talking about a religious cult leader who got busted the other day and one of his lovers that found out she was just the other woman. And we're kind of talking about her because she's coming out now since the raid saying, oh, I was a victim. No, she wasn't. She was just there for a fucking paycheck. Yeah, exactly. So she wanted to be the fucking Christian Britney Spears. Was a residential center that kept running. No, shut the muck up. They own, fuck. Dude, they own so many mansions, bro. This is a scheme, dude. This was a mortgage scheme too. Also, David enriched his own personal portfolio using the church, dude. That's it. Hit me, David, one more time. Fill me in about it all. Okay, Caitlin, so this cult leader just got raided by the feds Wednesday, right? We've been tracking this piece of shit for quite a while. We've been tracking this guy for quite a while, and we know everything that he's been doing, and he got raided on Wednesday. How much do you think he's worth altogether? I think the $50 million that the feds are saying is barely the tip of the fucking iceberg, man. It's barely the tip of the iceberg. Barely. Nope. Yep, hit that like and subscribe too. Appreciate y'all being here. Nope. Vicky's just trying to play the victim. That's all. That's all. Vicky's just trying to play the victim. Yep. One man died this year, yeah. Yep. Total assets of all loyal members isn't easy calculated. Yeah. They're going to lose it all, though. Everything was used to facilitate a crime. Yep. Probably help hide the money. Yep, that's where we're at with it. Paula Dom, Jordan, that's the thing. When they get to David's phone, they're going to find everything. I keep saying that. When they get to David's phone, it's going to open up it's going to be like fucking Picasso fucking painting a masterpiece, man. The deposition like everybody else did, Adam. The deposition, man. No, Alameen, he ain't walking off of this one. No. These charges are too serious, you guys. These charges are just too serious. The starvation alone, like that's going to get him. Yeah, but you know what, Noah? If he fucking shows up with a rack of money all of a sudden, no. I don't think you were a top G emissary. If David shows up with racks of money all of a sudden after he just got raided by the feds, dude, that's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem. If David shows up with $500,000 right now for a fucking retainer, Top G's trolling you guys. Don't listen to him. That guy's just trolling Top G. Let me go ahead and block him, actually. Top G was trolling. Do you think this is a possible open window for feds? Absolutely. You goddamn right. That's what I was talking to my parents the other day about this, you guys. And that's what my old man said. He's like, absolutely. That's what I asked him. He's like, Rich, I didn't even have to ask him. He's like, Rich, this is opening a lot of eyes. He was like, this is pretty big, Rich. I was like, yeah, they fucking busted a church. They can buy him a lawyer all they want, though. They can buy him a lawyer all they want. Still not going to change the fucking seriousness of the charges. It's still not going to change the severity of the charges that David and Michelle are both facing, and possibly more coming. Yep. You can hire the best lawyer on the planet, man. Yep. A federal lawyer, a federal prosecuting attorney is going to look at these charges and be like, just fucking do the time, dude. You're not getting out of it. David would be like, I'm going to go ahead and take the stand. That's what David and Michelle would do. They'd get up on the stand, they'd take the stand and try to talk their way out of it. Then they get fucking cross-examined and they would just be fucking destroyed. David would be that type of asshole to take the stand, though. Yeah, they're just going to take his money away. They'd be like, okay, we'll take your money, but all right. Yeah, when you think about it, what David did is way worse than P. Diddy. Yes. Yes. I agree. Rafael Jordan. I didn't know it was coming down. I didn't. I didn't know the fucking raid was happening until it was almost fucking halfway through. No, David's the fucking short little fucking Hayachi looking black motherfucker. That's David. He's the black guy on stage with the Bozo the Clown looking haircut. No. How do we know it? You know, this is how we figured out they were running a prostitution organization. We did an audit. Some dude showed up and we started looking into that guy. We're like, okay, fucking makes sense that dude would show up tracking. But the whole trafficking thing kicked off. Yep. If he didn't do fucking trafficking, he could have got away with it. If he wasn't trafficking and doing the forced labor shit, not paying his employees, might have got away with it. But when you start moving people across state lines and not paying them, fucking withholding food, starving them, making them sleep outside, like that's abuse. That's fucking torture. And that's what David was doing. Michelle and David both. David passed down the orders and Michelle was the enforcer. Yes, I know they were lovers. They fucked each other all the time. Michelle is literally David's fucking doormat. Whenever David needed a piece, he would go to Michelle. If David couldn't get anywhere, he'd go to Michelle. Yes, I do. I do, Atman, but that, you know what? We'll find out. We'll find out. I think eventually is they could have been moving money offshores if they had enough. And it's already happened in H-Town's Finest. It's already happening. They've already put money on Michelle's books. They're already trying to help him out. Tony, from what I understand, is going to try to stay and talk David out of these charges. What does that tell you? That's all right, though. That's just going to prove how fucking disconnected these people are from reality, man. It's stupid for them to even try to say, hey, you know what? We're just going to stay and try to talk him out of the charges now, okay? He didn't do anything wrong. He wouldn't do that. We're going to stay and talk him out of the charges. It's going to be hard to be deprogrammed then. You fucking ain't right. Some of these women are going to call David apostle until the day they die. his ex-wife is going through a slew of emotions right now. I'll tell you guys that. Yep. She's going through a slew of emotions. I'll tell you guys that right now. Yep. We told him this would happen. We told him. We warned him. We warned him multiple times over. Yep. Like a pariah, a hero being prosecuted. Exactly. Nope. These women didn't learn from Manson. No, and that's what I'm saying, Zero Babel. They're going to call David apostle till the day they die, some of these women, man. They're going to be calling him apostle till the day they die. Bullshit. Too much evidence. Black and white, no gray. Yeah. That's right. He did. Yeah. He fucking sent me death threats. You guys want to hear it? I'll play it for you guys. Yeah. You want to hear it? I'll play it for you guys. Yeah, that the feds have that too. That's something that I sent over to the feds. And the last time, that was one of the last time I actually talked to the feds on the phone. I was out flying my fucking drone one day where I live. And they called. I took the call from them. And
fight Jesus.
They were really nice. They were understanding. They're really understanding most of all. But I told him, I was like, I let him know, I was like, this is fucking bullshit. Now he's sending fucking death threats on the fucking channel. And I was like, look, man, there are 2 agents on the phone. I was like, look, guys. I was like, this is enough. All right. I have never sent death threats. I've never called him any type of fucking derogatory name except that he's a fat piece of shit lying cocksucker. I've never sent death threats. I've never sent out anything that would lead you guys to believe that I was going to inflict any type of harm on him. Never. Ever. But I was like, this is a fucking church. I was like, this is bullshit. This is fucking bullshit. And I was like, this is enough. This guy needs to go to fucking jail. I was like, and when I talked to him about this, I was like, look, I was like, I want you guys to know, I'm not scared of David, that fat fuck. I was like, but his cult members, I want you guys to fucking document this right now. I am scared of them. And I was like, I will fucking tell you guys that. I'm not scared of David, but his cult members, they know where I live. They know where my fucking house is. And their reply to that, they're like, how do they know where your house is? I was like, they fucking sent me a cease and desist letter to my house 2 years ago. And he's like, can you send that over to us? I was like, absolutely. Sure will. I was like, I've sent it to you guys before, but I would be happy to send it to you again. So I sent that over to them. Cult Watch, I'm doing family time. I'm so busy right now, you guys. Like, everybody's hitting up for interviews and stuff. I can't because I'm going back to the office on tomorrow too. And then I have to be in Houston this weekend. So I'm not going to be doing like anything for a couple of weeks at least, man. I can't. I'm too busy. I'm too busy. Cult Watch, call him. Call him. I would call him. Anybody who's ever been affected by David, fucking call the FBI. That's what I've been saying. Call the FBI. Your local fucking law enforcement isn't gonna fucking touch it. Local law enforcement will not fucking touch a church. They won't. They won't do it.
I have watched God get people who fight Jesus. How you going to sit up? Well, I need to go get some better. I got to get advice. I don't know about David Taylor. I just saw this stuff on. You don't even know me. You won't even take time to get to know. And then some people do, and they've had visitations like that idiot Vicky Yohi. You don't hear nothing from her no more.
Yeah, you guys know the FBI are begging for fucking call-ins right now. Yeah, sure you are, Kenneth. Yep.
Just like God killed CL, he gonna kill that heifer too. That's right. The Bible calls them a backsliding heifer. He gonna get that heifer because she has turned so many people online who just listen to her and believe in her lies, and she on drugs. And I know that for sure when she was with us.
Hey, H-Town's finest, I'll never be going to that location again. Nope, I did my last stream there this weekend, dude. That's it. I'll never go there again. Okay, good. You guys, yeah, I filed a report online when I first started doing this. That's how they contacted me, man.
Don't believe her lies. God gonna get you.
God gonna get you.
I saw him drown my enemies. He took me to the Red Sea in the past. In the past years, when I had that visitation, he was present then. I knew I was there in wherever that was around Egypt, where the Red Sea is. I was up under the water. I could talk. Me and Jesus was talking, and he showed me the chariots. He picked up one of them out of the dust of the water. He says, this happened, and this is what I'm going to do to your enemies. You are doomed if you fight me. Now we can be friends.
It's my favorite part right
Brother
here.
Cantaloupe.
Brother Cantaloupe.
Sister
Sit
Watermelon.
forward.
We don't have to carry on like this. We don't have to fight. We can be friends. Why don't we find peace and love? But it's your choice. And all I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to keep you from being doomed. Because the Son of God has appeared to me. I already know what he's going to do to you. You got this other idiot, this faggot named Rich Holmes. God's telling me to call that punk by name. He's up here speaking all this evil against us, against me on YouTube. You gonna die, Rich. God gonna kill you if you don't repent.
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be in a car accident somewhere. You just die. You listen, God will take your life in one day.
You know what? They probably looked at all his fucking assets, though. That's what I'm thinking. How much, dude? They easily just confiscated fucking roughly probably 30 million worth of fucking assets. All the mansions, all the properties, the boats, the cars. You guys, the feds just came up. The feds just came up. That's what I'm saying. I think fucking Cash App Patel said, hey, we got a fucking payday sitting here. Go get this motherfucker. For real. They looked at all David's assets. They're like, dude, this is a fucking nice payday here. Go swoop this piece of shit up. Go confiscate all of his shit. He was clearly running an operation, a criminal fucking act. Go get all of his shit. It's now ours. It's now ours. Exactly. He was just a thug with a Bible and a Louis Vuitton suit. Is all bark and no bite. You're right about the cult members, though. They'll do something stupid in his name. Shut the muck up. And I made sure I told the feds that. I was like, I'm not scared of David. I'm not, personally. That little fat fuck, he ain't going to do shit. And they laughed. They laughed. I was like, personally, that little fucking tub of lard isn't going to touch me. But I was like, his cult members will. This is what I also told him. I was like, you know what? I was like, it may not even be somebody that's even fucking associated with the cult, but follows David and his doctrine. And I was like, now that's something that fucking scares me. And they told me, like, all right, get cameras on your house. They said, if you have any problems, you call local and then you let us know. I was like, all right, cool. Never had any problems with these guys, man. It's a lot of bark, no bite. David sending the cease and desist to my front door, to my porch, pulling it out. I remember it's FedExed. Pulled it out. I was a fucking cease and desist from David. Basically told me to stop running videos about him running a sex trafficking ring, a money laundering operation, and tax evasion, or they were going to sue me. Look where David's at now for all the shit we've been saying he was doing. Tax evasion, money laundering, trafficking. I'll bet Winters and King are sitting there like, fuck, that guy was right the whole time. That guy was really right. He was running a trafficking ring. That's why Winters and King never came out and sued me. Because David, that would have been game over right then and there. It was just a threat. But the whole thing with the letter showing up at my door, that was also a scare tactic to say, hey, we know where you live. Okay. But for them to come out to where I live in Texas, okay, where I live in Texas is in the country, it would take an incredible amount of, it would take resources to get to where I'm at, like to get to my house. It would. And for them to show up at my house, it would show an intention. And they don't want that. Because if they were to show up at my house, it wouldn't go well for them. Fuck yeah, I called them. I couldn't call them because I'm blocked, but I did email them on their website, and I fucking told them, I was like, fuck you guys. You guys are slimy. You're fucking pieces of shit. And I fucking told you cocksuckers what he was doing. Look at where the fuck you are now. And I'm going to bring them up again when we get in the studio. I will be bringing up Winners and King. Any word from Destiny? You want to know the only word I heard from Destiny? We're never going to be able to stop him. Fitzur, those were the last fucking words Destiny Taylor said to me when I talked to her about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. Those are the last words. You're never going to be able to stop him. He's unstoppable. I was like, okay. I'm glad you fucking share some enthusiasm with us, Destiny. But we told you this would happen. Yes, he's still in jail. Yeah, David's still in jail. You guys, I want you to be very clear. T Lethal, anybody who's just tuning into this, there is no bond. This is a federal marshal no bond warrant. They ain't getting out. They're being extradited. Probably take a couple weeks. Hey, Pro Street Dino. But yeah, he's not getting out of jail, T Lethal. Hit that like and subscribe too, man. What's going through his heads and minds. Yep, the phone line's still ringing. This is all a process. Eventually that's going to go all down. Yeah, Destiny has PTSD and is still scared of him. But Colt Watch, when I talked to her, she was like more condescending about it. It was really kind of a fucking blow. It really was. I was like, damn. It really did. It was kind of like a fuck you, you're never going to be able to do it. That's the way I took it. PTSD or not, I get it. But Destiny, it was like, good luck. We're not going to fucking help you. When they could have. When the two most instrumental women could have helped, they didn't. Tabitha and Destiny. And I love you guys, but you guys stood by while you knew what your dad was doing. You knew what he was doing. You guys knew, and you stood by while other women got abused. And I get they were scared of him. But what was even more disconcert, like Destiny, I'm telling you, when you said that to me on the phone, we're never going to be able to stop him. You know what, like a fucking gut punch that was? It was. It was. And you know what? It only made me want to fucking go harder. It really did. After that, I was like, no, we're going to stop this piece of shit to prove to them that it can be done. So Destiny, now that we're here, your dad is going to be fucking broken. I guarantee it. Charges that won't get dropped no matter what is tax evasion, posing a 501c3 for criminal gains. Exactly. Yep. Money, fame, power, cars, gifts, Pro Street. Both. All of it. Religious brainwashing, gifts. Yeah. Everything. Yep. Sextortion, probably. When they get to David's phone, I keep saying this. Word from his son is in total fucking denial. Josh Taylor is in total fucking denial. The whole family is. Nope. They won't make any public statement. No. That would admit they had to come out and say that he was raided. They're not going to come out and make a statement. Yep. Hey, American lady, how you doing? Nope. No more fucking shrimp and lobster. How long will he be sentenced? I think David's going to do a solid 20, man, for sure. He's getting 20 years for sure. Possibly more with these charges. Again, when you look at these charges, you guys, these charges, when you look at the indictment, David was withholding food. David was withholding food from his members. The judge is going to see that, and the judge is just going to fucking flip, dude. The last time a cult leader like this went to prison, the judge gave him 60 fucking years, man. And that was for physical abuse. This is stepping it up, man. Not only you forced labor, but you're fucking starving people. Heard how his flock is spinning all this, or do they see the light now? No, the flock is spinning it right now. Pro Street, they're still going through a process of like somebody dying. This is like a death to them, dude. Yep. When you're fed time, no parole. No parole. But yeah, Pro Street, they're not getting out of this one. 100 pounds. That is also the judge is gonna look at it and be like, you had over 100 pounds of fucking king crab and you're fucking feeding peanut butter and jelly to your fucking cult members. The judge is gonna fucking lose it. I promise. Fuck no. No. Out in space, there is no fucking fed good time. No, when you go to Club Fed, you serve all your time, man. It was 100 pounds of fucking king crab, $10,000 worth. Yep. And a judge woman said trapped her in her room and berated and threatened her. Yeah, that was Michelle. That was Michelle, but they only did that. Vicky only did that because she found out she wasn't the only one getting fucked by David. That's the only reason Vicky came out. I'm not the only one being plowed by David. I need to go out and tell everybody that I wasn't the only one. Vicky was just in it for a fucking paycheck, everybody. That's it. Fed time is 85. Well, that's not, they ain't gonna get out. Not if this, you guys, when you look at the charges, man, seriously, are these two people that the system is gonna let out on the fucking street? Because the reason we keep people incarcerated is because they're a danger to everybody. Seriously, y'all think David's gonna get out? I don't. Not with these charges. He's a danger to people. He's a danger. We're gonna hear from more victims. Yeah. I think that's only if you're eligible for programs. Yeah. No, and there have people that have come out and spoken out against David. Vicky has a lot of times. And now that all this is hitting the fan, Vicky's coming out and playing the fucking victim, but she's not. And we keep all the news stations out there that are interviewing her, you guys are being fucking fooled. She's taking y'all for a ride, man. Y'all are being fooled by Vicky Yohi. She was in it just for herself, man. She was a real mean bitch to all these fucking cult members, and we know that. I was saying we should all hang out together and then go sit at David's trial. Yep. The 85% serve time. Yep. You're going to serve your time in Club Fed. There is no halftime. There is no halftime in Club Fed. You don't do like fucking 2/3, man. You're going to do... Yep. Pro Street, mainstream media doesn't want to fucking interview me. You know why? Because I'm going to tell them we fucking told them so. I already have. I already told the dude at ABC Houston, hey, dude, you know how much we've been reporting on this place? And I was like, you know how many fucking appraisers and county officials I've called to warn people about this place? And nothing was done. I told him that. That was the last question I asked, man. That was the last question I asked. I was like, look, man, I was like, we reported this place to the county appraisal district. And I was like, who is vetting these organizations? I was like, I know for a fact that this organization has been revoked by the IRS already, yet the name, the sign in the very front of that place has the name on it. I was like, who's vetting these organizations? Is anybody checking the tax status of these places when they come in? And he's like, that's a good question. I was like, you know what? Nobody is. That's why we're talking about it. Yep. What would the news people say when we tried letting them know? Exactly. What are they going to say? Be like, dude, all the content's there. I've been out here fucking almost every year protesting, telling the entire city of Houston with signs that this place is a fucking cult and there's a money laundering operation going on there. Oh, her book's shitty. Her book's shitty. It's like a 50-page fucking book. It's trash. It's better. There's nothing in Vicky's book that we didn't already know. Dude, Vicky Vicky Yohi Trollhe, she looks like a fucking troll, dude. She looks like a fucking troll when you look at her. I called her Vicky Trollhe for a while because she does. She looks like a fucking troll. And that's the thing. There's pictures of her and David all fucking snuggled up together, and she's all holding David like a little baby. David's all. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Nunya, you're exactly right. That's why the feds are involved in the IRS, because this tactic was done by the mob back in the fucking early day. That's why the feds know what they're doing, man. They're going to take all the assets. The mob did it back in the day. The mob tried to do this back in the day, tried transferring all the assets to the spouses and family members. They're like, no, no, you can't do that either. We're taking that too. Okay, you can't transfer the fucking money. No, sorry, that's ours too. Nice try, though. Yep. Yes, everything is. It's almost as if David had everybody sign everything for him. But yeah, everything is pretty much going to be in David and Michelle's name. Josh is. There's going to be Angel Jones is going to be on some paperwork. They're going to go after the signatures, man. We kept saying that. Don't sign anything. They have that. The 50,000, the $150,000 chop limo. They have that. That's real. The boat is real. The 6 fucking brand new cars down in Tampa are real that Jenny Janiak thought she was going to get from David. Hey, Jenny Janiak, you know what? Now the FBI owns that car. Yeah, there's a boat. Yep, they have a boat. David called it a yacht. David called it a yacht, but it was just it was a boat. What do you want to, Woogie? There's really not much to know about them in jail. They're in jail, bro. They're in jail. They went from up the fuck here. Let's talk about this right now, Woogie. Let's do this. Michelle and David have been up fucking top here for years, man. Think about this. Really put this into perspective, okay? David's been having people ordered around, doing everything for him, getting his food, taking care of him, all this fucking time, man. Really put this David's a narcissist, okay? Really think about this. He's been brought from fucking here all the way down to the fucking bottom in a heartbeat. David's fucking nuts are shacked to his fucking asshole. Catch my drift? Their life from now on is going to be highly controlled. Everything is going to be the movement, everything. The time they get up, the time they go to sleep, when they eat, what they eat, where they eat, what time they take a shower, what time they fucking go to chow. Everything. They have gone from controlling to being controlled. Like that. In a fucking heartbeat. You know what that does to somebody like that? No more phones. No more families. No more fucking David getting food anytime he wants. They fell all the way from the top here, you guys. You can actually see the boat at the Tampa Mansion. No, it's sitting at the fucking Tampa Mansion, dude. They had that boat covered at the Tampa Mansion. It was there. They had it. It was in Tampa. They had that fucking boat. They had it. It was there. But yeah, you guys, it was a nice fucking boat too, but nobody was using it. It was just one of David's things, you guys. It was a nice boat. It was almost $150,000 boat. You know, Irie, you know what, Irie? I mean, when you're committing the type of shit David was doing, he had to have known. Yeah, those were gifts, Noah. Hey, Graceful Mulberry, the live's already monetized, dude. Don't worry about it. When your pastor calls himself a prophet, yeah, when your pastor's saying, hey, I'm a prophet, I got the word of Jesus. No, he fucking doesn't. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. No. Yeah, that guy. Anybody's just tuning in. We were talking about Vicky Yohi. Probably be tomorrow sometime. We'll see. But I'm going to start wrapping it up here too pretty quick. Yeah, he's definitely a narcissist. What's going on in his head right now, I don't know. But again, I'm thinking of the fall that they just took. I do cuss. I don't curse, I cuss. Big difference, okay? I don't sit here and cast fucking spells on people, okay? No, but I do cuss. And if you don't like it, you can simply just click off of my channel, okay? Because I don't force anybody to be here, and I won't force anybody to be here. Oh, the cowbell? Yeah, it's out. Yeah. Yep. It's in the studio. Irie Dread, maybe that was a reason the feds jumped, because they saw he was about ready to flee. I don't know. Yeah, no more sex with females, exactly. There's no more fucking late night runs to Burger King and McDonald's getting fucking Big Macs. David's life of debauchery, living at the top, fucking just being a degenerate sack of shit, guess what? He just took a long fall from the top all the way down to the very bottom. I played some lottery numbers, man, but I didn't fucking win. Yeah, exactly. No women delivered late night by his armor bearers. Exactly. Augustus, I will not put a filter, my man. I will not put a fucking filter on my channel, man. Never have, and I never will. Nope. Nope, I won't do it. Nope, not after what David's done. No. Not after we started figuring out what David was doing. No. No. Why should I? I'll tell you what, Augustus, when these Christian scammers stop scamming people, I'll fucking stop cussing, bro, okay? That's a solid deal, I think. I think that's a fair trade-off, right? Stop. If these guys stop scamming, I'll stop cussing. That is a fair fucking trade, dude. But I know you're not Augustus, but I'm not against you either. But when people tell me to stop saying fuck, it's like, come on, dude, look what David did. He's running a fucking trafficking operation. You guys are worried about me saying fuck? He very well could, AO26. He could. He could try to fucking, yeah, check himself out. Exactly. They could put him on suicide watch. I know, that's what I'm thinking. David's going to be the power bottom bishop. I think he was T lethal. Yeah. T lethal. Yes. 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 He brought women in from other countries. Yes, I know that. Yep. Yeah. He'd be the power bottom bishop in jail. Graceful. That's what it took. That's what it took. We can't just do one video on these people. Not everyone can listen to the what? KOGGC swing? Yeah. But once these people stop scamming, man, I'll stop cussing. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, no, we know David. Yeah. It wouldn't surprise, and we've always talked about the abuse nature of David. It wouldn't surprise me if he slept with the men. Joe Nobody, look, see how we're on the same fucking wavelengths? For real. Yeah, Vicky Yohi's being a parasite. Exactly. Trip 9 hit it on the spot. Yohi's being a fucking parasite. Yeah, exactly. Yohi being a parasite, what's new? All these thought he was this powerful apostle. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, everybody thought he was powerful. Yep. It is, and it's like, I don't care if the guy is or not, but it's like, then he wants to come out and call people fags and homosexuals and fucking they're gonna die. Like, okay, that's a real nice guy. Oh, let me finish playing that video because the best part we didn't even get to. He's like, I know he's being paid by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too. Hold on, let me finish playing.
You better repent. Remember, you're a chariot wheel under the red seat of me.
Under the red seat of me.
A lot of people follow, just few people are so deceived, they following that faggot. And I know he's controlled by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too.
And you know what's really interesting about this is David is tripoding while he's doing all this. He's literally sitting over being like, you a pussy, Rich Holmes. Seriously, look at him. Look at this fucker tripoding. Look. Look. This was almost over a year ago. Almost a year ago to the date.
All these pedophiles and these homosexuals, this generation following these faggot men. You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name following these faggot men.
So pissed.
You a pussy, Rich Holmes. And I'm going to say that's his real name. He called his name whatever. He got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes. God gonna get you, faggot. I know Christians.
Yeah, they went on again.
Your end. And I don't care if it takes 20 years. God gonna get you.
God gonna get you.
Oh, this is a wrong prophet here. He always talking about God gonna get people. God gonna get you. I'm not one of those prophets you can play with. I'm not one of those apostles you can play around with. You touch the wire, you die. You can't play around with face to face. You can't play around with a man who's this close to God. Am I perfect? No, I've made a lot of mistakes, and I'll tell the whole world. How about that? They try to get out there and air and most of the stuff they be lying about. But some of the things I have.
Dino, I'm Rich Holmes. Yes, that's me. I'm Rich Holmes. Yes. David lost it this night.
In the past about, and how dare they try to use sin? They think I'm a punk like these other pastors. I don't care what you bring up about me. I don't give a darn. I know one thing, God is with me, and he ain't with you. And he definitely is not going to side with you against me.
He's so sure
because I'm his friend and you not. Not like this. Not on this level. He going to destroy you.
He's like, I'm better friends with God than anybody else.
And I'm saying this because I love my enemies and I want you to repent so you can have salvation and be preserved. That's the point. Listen, I love all of you. I've enjoyed this tonight, teaching you about.
I've enjoyed coming out here and just talking shit about this guy named Rich Holmes.
I'm in space in the 5 elements. Did y'all learn some? Wave your hands at me. I want to say to all my sons and daughters, do not follow these persecutors against me. If you want to know who I am, go to God. If you got doubts, go to God. He'll tell you. But do not travel. Do not follow my enemies.
We're his enemies.
And I ain't here to grandstand like I've done everything right in my life. I've made mistakes like anybody else.
This video, exactly, where he called me out by name. So those of you guys that are new, this was the video I sent to the FBI. That was a loaded fucking death threat. And I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. Because this is a good step. We can, not only did he dox me, is he also said my name within a death threat, using God as a proxy. I sent that over to the feds, and it didn't take long for the feds to call me back, because I sent them a pretty stern email. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do with it. I did. I was pretty upset with them. I was like, I don't give a fuck what you guys do with it, but that's a fucking loaded threat, dude. That is a fucking death threat, and it's a fucking cyber threat at that. And I was like, this is enough. I was very fucking upset at him. I told him, I was like, that's fucking bullshit. I was like, if I did that shit, I would have been fucking arrested. My channel would have been taken down, and somebody would have showed up at my fucking door. But he can say it because he's a fucking apostle. I was like, Not only that, he sent me an email. He sent me an email right after that saying, I'm allowed to say that because I'm a prophet. We have a separate freedom of speech that I can use that you can't because I'm a prophet. And I do. I feel privileged that he called me out. It only took the fat fuck 4 fucking years. I had to take it down. I'll put the link in the chat, and I'm going to close out the chat for the night. But I'll put that link in the chat because that was a video that I actually had. I had put it up on the channel. I got a hit on it. I got a hit saying that I had to take the video down because it was like this, so I can go. It was too derogatory. It was too derogatory, so I got a community hit for it, and David took his out, and I cut that video before they were able to take it down and send it to the feds. So, yeah, they have that, and they're very, very well aware of the death threats, and that's not a prophet. That is a fucking hate group. That is a criminal organization sending out death threats like that. Using God as a proxy. Oh, I can say that because I'm a prophet. With that being said, y'all have a good evening. Thanks for tuning in. And hit that like and subscribe on the way in or out. Hit that fucking dislike too if you're one of the cult members just fucking in the back chatting. This is our 5th year. Started in 2021. We're going on our 6th year, and this ain't over yet. I just put the link in the chat, man. Yeah, I just put the link in the chat. Yeah. So watch that link. That's that death threat. That's a loaded death threat. You can't use God as a proxy and say, oh, God, I said, oh, it's all God, so it doesn't matter if something happens, God's going to do it. Can't use God as a proxy when you're throwing death threats out. Prophet or not. Yep, that's the thing. Real food. Y'all have a good night, man. Catch you on the next stream.